Your eyes on this absolutely stunning classic 1975 Bultaco Pursang 250 Mark 8. This is a full nut and bolt restoration. Every single square inch of this bike inside and out is either brand new or replaced with a newer, more modern part, like these world-class $800 set of Olin shocks that are on there. Brand new Pirelli tires, brand new replica paint job, exactly the way it would have came from the factory, with the all new decals, the Campione Espana 1973 World Championship logo on there, new seat cover. And the best part about it is this engine and this bike was rebuilt by the foremost expert. We're the experts in CR500s. Well, Hughes Bultaco is the expert in Bultaco restorations, and they did over $7,000 worth of engine rebuild and restoration work and parts on this bike, plus the cost of the bike. And ask yourself, where would you even find anybody besides Hughes or us to do a frame off on your bike, and what would it cost you today to do that? You're looking at 70 hours minimum labor to craft the machine into this beautiful condition, and it's ready to race. It had one heat cycle on it when we got it. We did the second and third. Here, Wizard went through and made sure the jetting was perfect, changed the gear lube, checked the plug, went through everything, and it's been given the Wizard seal of approval. And man, let me just ride this thing for you, because you got to hear it to appreciate it. It's stone cold. The bike is stone cold, and should fire right up first kick. It's basically it's a brand new. It's like a time capsule. It's like a brand new motorcycle. This exhaust pipe, this is an NOS brand new exhaust pipe from Spain. Original NOS, not a reproduction. Unobtainium. Listen to this thing. That's what you want. Guys, you're looking at an absolute time capsule. This bike's 50 years old, been given a full frame up, complete comprehensive restoration. Most of the work done by Hughes Bultaco, to the tune of $7,000 just from those guys. And I think I already mentioned it. Just show them the exhaust. You got to zoom in and show them the bottom side of this exhaust. This is an NOS. That stands for new old stock. It's not a refurbished exhaust. It's brand spanking new. I'll grab the work order because there's way too much to remember that was done on this bike than what I already mentioned. World-class motocross bike, superior design and craftsmanship from Spain, broad range, two-stroke power, very lightweight, built to conquer the roughest tracks. Great handling bikes. It has a chromoly tubular steel split cradle frame, lightweight wheels, and excellent brakes. Of course, it's got the Olin shocks. The Pursang is still winning motocross championships in classic racing 50 years later. This Bultaco is beautifully restored and incredibly well preserved. A no expense spared restoration by the ultimate Bultaco experts at Hughes Bultaco. This is a model number 135, 250 Pursang Mark 8, 250cc two-stroke ripper, fully rebuilt engine by Hugh himself. The cases were split and the internals were inspected. If you zoom in on the engine, you'll see everything's brand new. New seals, new bearings, new shims, it has a new clutch. All the moving parts inside the engine were replaced. New gaskets. Engine cases were polished beautifully. It has a brand new electronic ignition in it. That alone was a $500 upgrade. Brand new Mikuni carburetor, new intake boot, new airbox boot, a new old stock Bultaco expansion chamber exhaust. It's a brand new exhaust system. New shift lever and rubber, new kickstart lever and rubber, new foot pegs. The fuel tank is repainted as original from the factory, probably better than the original paint job, because their quality control on the paint back then wasn't that good. New Bultaco tank badges, new fuel petcocks, 2 of them, new racing number plate side panels. You can see those are the original factory style side panels. New period correct front and rear fenders. If you zoom in, you'll see the front the rear one is a, can you read that? Gunelli, made in Spain, and the front is a Preston Petty. It also has new seat foam and a new seat cover, along with a new set of rental handlebars, a new Magura throttle, new grips, new levers, all new cables, new fuel cap, new fuel cap breather. Just keeps on going, pages. New control levers and purchase, new control cables, new Öhlins rear shocks. Original rims were completely dismantled and polished, and new stainless steel spokes and nipples were installed. Zoom in on the tires, you'll see it still has a hairy nubs on the front and rear. They're new Pirelli GT16 Garacross tires front and rear. New tire tubes front and rear. New heavy duty vinyl drive chain. Of course, new sprockets. And if you zoom in on the hardware, you'll see that they had a lot of pride in manufacturing back in the day. A lot of the hardware on it, like a lot of the hardware is embossed with the Bultaco logo. Just incredible craftsmanship, Italian craftsmanship. So it's been in a climate-controlled area since it was restored. It has NOS or replated Bultaco hardware everywhere. No hardware store garbage on this. It's a matching numbers. Frame number PB1350333, and the engine number is PM1350349. This original factory engine and engine cases. Built to race or show. It's getting rolled into the New England Motorcycle Museum. It'll be in our vintage motocross section if you want to come take a look at it this weekend. The museum opened last weekend for the year. It's an absolute freaking diamond. So I asked Bill Blight to go online and pull the Mecum comps, auction comps, to see what these were trading for. And restored models, I'm not sure if they were done this well or done by Hugh himself like this was, or had an NOS exhaust and parts and Öhlins and all that, but a 74 sold on Mecum. You go to mecum.com and see for yourself for $15,000. A 77 sold for $16,500, and another 75 sold for $12,650. Those are recent sales on mecum.com. So now the 360s are getting ridiculous money. One of them sold for $24,200. One sold for $26,400. And we had a guy message us on eBay. Had some comments about our 360 Pursang and some suggestions on that one. He said he sold one at Mecum last year for $44,000, which to me it seems to be a new high water mark. Well, $44,000 for a Bultaco 360 Pursang, and he had actually, the guy who didn't win that bid consigned him to build another one for a similar amount of money. So why am I mentioning that? Well, this is truly an investment quality classic. It is truly a museum quality piece, museum quality restoration with all the best of anything. There's been no corners cut. The gentleman, just zoom in on the rims. You'll see after they restore the rims, they put the proper Atron stickers on there. Stainless steel spokes, the brake backings, every square inch of this thing. We charge $150 an hour for restoration labor. This is a minimum 100-hour restoration between the paint work and everything else on this. It's a 100-hour job. It's 2.5 weeks minimum. So you can see why they're trading in the well north of $10,000, because it's obscenely expensive. Unless you're going to do it yourself, you want to spend your, every Friday night for the next year building one of these, then go ahead. But just finding the parts for it, and then the tuning and making sure it's done right. When you have a guy like Hughes Bultaco involved, and it's a no expense spared restoration, you know it's going to be perfect. This one's perfect. It needs nothing. It's ready to race today, and it's never touched the dirt since it's been done. It's been through 3 heat cycles, and then I rode it around for 10 minutes. So it's a brand new build. Bid high and bid often. There's not another one this nice for sale online today that I've seen. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.